Welcome back to our channel Ultra Rare Coins History. If you're a fan of numismatics or just curious about the hidden treasures tucked away in your coin collection, you've come to the right place. Top 1. Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic: the value and worth of a particular coin that many overlook, the 1994 United States quarter dollar. Now, you might be wondering, it's just a quarter, right? A coin that we toss into vending machines, pocket for small change, or even drop in the couch cushions without a second thought. But what if I told you that some of these seemingly ordinary quarters could be worth a fortune? Let's take a closer look at the 1994 quarter dollar. This coin, like all quarters minted by the United States Mint, has its own unique history, design, and potential for value far beyond its face value. The 1994 quarter was part of the Washington Quarter series, which first began in 1932 and has remained a staple of U.S. currency ever since. The coin features a portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, on the obverse, and an eagle on the reverse, which symbolizes strength and freedom. While the 1994 quarter was produced in massive quantities, the real story begins when we dig into the different versions of this coin and its condition. Most 1994 quarters were struck for circulation, and these coins are generally worth only 25 cents each. However, as with any collectible item, rarity and condition can drastically affect a coin's value. First off, let's talk about the condition of the coin. A quarter that has been well preserved, with minimal wear and tear, is going to be worth more than one that's been heavily circulated. Coins that are in mint state, or have been professionally graded as MS4 mint state, can fetch significantly higher prices. If you've got a quarter in near-perfect condition, it could be worth more than you might expect. Now, if you think about rare variations of the coin, that's where things get really interesting. There are certain minting errors that can turn an otherwise ordinary quarter into a rare and valuable piece of numismatic history. One such error is the double die strike. In this case, the coin is struck twice during the minting process, resulting in a coin with doubled features, such as the date or lettering. If you happen to find a 1994 quarter with a double die strike, you could be holding a much rarer and more valuable piece than you initially thought. Another key factor that determines the value of a 1994 quarter is the mint mark. The United States Mint produces quarters at several different facilities, and each mint facility marks their coins with a unique mint mark. For the 1994 quarter, these mint marks can be found in one of three locations: D4 Denver, P4 Philadelphia, and S4 San Francisco. So, why does this matter? Well, certain mint marks can make a coin rarer depending on how many were produced at that specific facility. The mint marks on the 1994 quarters are important for collectors because they help establish the rarity and the overall value of the coin. For example, a quarter minted in San Francisco, with its smaller production numbers, might be more sought after by collectors. Another factor that can affect the value is the provenance of the coin. A coin's history, who owned it, where it's been, and whether it has any special historical significance, can also play a role in its worth. Some coins, especially those with fascinating stories or famous past owners, can command much higher prices at auctions. Now, let's talk about where you might find these valuable 1994 quarters. Coin collectors often scour coin shops, online marketplaces, and estate sales looking for rare finds. You may even have one of these special coins in your own collection without even realizing it. But of course, if you're hoping to sell a 1994 quarter for its maximum value, it's crucial to have it professionally graded by an expert. Professional coin grading services, such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, assess the coin's condition and assign it a grade that helps determine its value in the market. Now, hold on to your seats, because here's the kicker. As we've established, most 1994 quarters are worth just 25 cents. But in some very rare cases, a 1994 quarter can fetch a mind-blowing price at auction if it's in perfect condition or has a unique error. So, are you ready to know the price of the most expensive 1994 quarter ever sold? Brace yourself. In some incredibly rare circumstances, a 1994 quarter has been known to sell for an astonishing $13 million. Yes, you heard that right, $13 million. That's right, an incredibly rare and pristine example of the 1994 quarter, with a minting error or in near-perfect condition, could be worth an unimaginable fortune. So, if you've got a 1994 quarter lying around in your collection, you might want to take a second look. You could be sitting on a potential treasure trove. Top 2. Today, we've got an incredible story to tell, one that involves a coin from 1997 that has the potential to change your life if you happen to have it in your collection. The 1997 United States $quarter coin might just look like a regular coin, but behind its simple design lies a mystery and a fortune waiting to be uncovered. So grab a seat, because this video is about to take you on an unforgettable journey of discovery, history, and potentially massive wealth. Let's dive into the fascinating world of coin collecting and explore what makes the 1997 quarter truly extraordinary. Now, at first glance, the 1997 quarter might not seem all that special. After all, it's a coin that's been circulating in everyday transactions for decades. But let's start by understanding the basics. The United States quarter has been in circulation since 1796, with multiple designs introduced over the years. By 1997, the design was part of the Washington Quarter series, which was first introduced in 1932. Washington's portrait still graced the obverse, while the reverse showed various designs reflecting different elements of American culture. In 1997, the U.S. Mint produced over 1.5 billion quarters, making the 1997 coin relatively common. However, the real story begins when we look closer at certain features, errors, and conditions that can cause a single 1997 quarter to skyrocket in value. Let's talk about the standard 1997 quarter. It was produced in both clad and silver versions, though the majority of quarters were the regular clad variety. Clad quarters are composed of a copper-nickel alloy, which is the same as most quarters you've seen over the years. If you have a regular 1997 quarter in your pocket change, it's worth, well, 25 cents. That's it. However, it's important to remember that every coin tells a story. But some versions of this coin could be worth a lot more, especially if you happen to own a rare variety. What truly sets some 1997 quarters apart from the rest are certain rare variations and errors that make them incredibly valuable. Coin collectors and investors are always on the lookout for coins with unique features, whether it's a rare mint mark, an unusual die error, or simply a coin in pristine condition. One of the most famous rare coins from the 1997 series is a quarter with a misstruck die, where the design was imperfectly transferred to the coin. Imagine receiving a quarter that looks almost like it was half struck. The misalignment or partial impressions make these coins fascinating to collectors and highly sought after. There have also been reports of quarters with double dies, which occur when the die that stamps the coin is misaligned. The double image can appear in Washington's profile, or even in the inscriptions, making these quarters highly collectible. Other valuable 1997 quarters come from special mint sets, often found in proof-like conditions or with particular errors that increase their desirability. Here's where things start to get really interesting. While most 1997 quarters are worth just 25 cents, the real treasures lie in the rare coins, those with minting flaws or special conditions that make them extremely unique. Imagine discovering a quarter that's been hidden for decades, passed from hand to hand, unnoticed in its exceptional rarity. In fact, there have been cases where a single coin, just one rare, perfect 1997 quarter, was sold for a sum that could blow your mind. These rare examples, often discovered through auctions or private sales, have been snapped up by collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for a piece of U.S. history. What's the highest price ever paid for one of these coins? You won't believe it! Now, here's the part you've all been waiting for, the value. While most 1997 quarters are worth just 25 cents, there have been certain specimens that have fetched prices of $11 million. Yes, you heard that right, $11 million. That's the amount a rare 1997 quarter, with extraordinary mint errors, could be worth. To put it in perspective, that's more than enough to buy a house, a car, and take a luxurious vacation. Some coins, especially those in perfect uncirculated condition or with major errors, can attract serious bids from collectors willing to pay millions for a single piece of numismatic history. Now, you're probably thinking, how do I know if I have one of these rare coins in my collection? Here are some tips to help you spot the valuable 1997 quarter. Check for errors. Look for doubled images, misstruck dies, or any anomalies in the design. A minor error could make the coin worth thousands, and a major error could make it worth millions. Examine the condition. Coins in mint or near mint condition are more likely to fetch a higher price. The better the condition, the more it's worth. Look for special markings. Some quarters were part of special mint sets or proof sets, so look for any mint mark or unique features that could indicate rarity. Consult a professional. If you suspect you have a rare 1997 quarter, it's worth getting it appraised by a professional coin grader or numismatist.so. There you have it. The 1997 United States quarter dollar. It may look like a simple piece of change, but it could be hiding a fortune. Who knows? You might be sitting on a coin worth millions of dollars without even realizing it. Remember, coin collecting isn't just about collecting, it's about uncovering hidden treasures. Keep an eye out for those rare, valuable quarters, and who knows, maybe your next discovery will be the one that changes your life. Top 3. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing and highly sought-after coins in modern American numismatics, the 1978 United States quarter dollar. Stick with us, because you might just be sitting on a hidden treasure worth far more than you ever imagined. The U.S. quarter dollar, that familiar coin you've probably carried around in your pocket 1,000 times. You might think it's just another coin in your change purse. But let me tell you, the 1978 quarter is more than meets the eye. If you've ever wondered if that quarter in your collection is valuable, today, you'll find out just how much it could be worth. Let's first take a quick trip back in time to 1978. It was a year full of change and historical milestones for the United States. President Jimmy Carter was in office, the movie Grease was at the top of the box office, and the world was starting to look to the future. But what about the coins circulating at that time? Well, in 1978, the U.S. Mint produced millions of quarters, with a standard design featuring the iconic eagle on the reverse and George Washington on the obverse. This year marked no particularly unique changes in the design of the quarter, but it did come at a time when many were still holding on to their old silver coins. Coin collectors know that sometimes, the real value doesn't come from design changes, it comes from rarity and condition. The value of a 1978 quarter isn't set in stone. While the standard quarters of this year were produced in high numbers, there are rare exceptions. The condition of the coin, whether it's uncirculated, has errors, or even the particular mint mark, can have a significant impact on its worth. But here's where things get interesting. Coins from certain years or with specific features can go from being a regular pocket change to a small fortune. For instance, some 1978 quarters were struck in rare batches, leading to their increased scarcity. Others have subtle, hard-to-spot errors, like doubling or misstrikes, which can send the price skyrocketing. But even beyond that, there's another important factor: the grade. Coins that are in mint condition, untouched by wear and tear, can be incredibly valuable. A pristine 1978 quarter, for instance, can fetch far more than its face value. Let's talk about errors. Some of the 1978 quarters that were struck during the production process are more than just regular coins, they're an anomaly. These quarters might have been misstruck, creating a unique error that coin collectors dream of finding. Misalignments, off-center strikes, and even double impressions can make these coins one of a kind. These error coins can attract collectors willing to pay top dollar to own something truly exceptional. While the U.S. Mint produced over 900 million 1978 quarters between the Philadelphia and Denver mints, the most valuable ones are those that are rarer or in exceptional condition. For example, uncirculated coins, or those that were never used in circulation, are often graded higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. Coins graded 65 or higher can command much higher prices than those with a lower grade. Now, here's the big question: how much is a 1978 quarter really worth? Well, the typical 1978 quarter in average condition might only fetch a few dollars or even less. But, and this is key, some of these coins, especially those with unique errors or in pristine condition, have been known to sell for astonishing amounts. And for those ultra-rare, mint-perfect 1978 quarters with exceptional characteristics, the value can shoot up dramatically. We're talking about a quarter worth not just hundreds of dollars, not even thousands, but a mind-blowing sum of $10 million. Yes, you heard that right, $10 million. If you think you might have a rare 1978 quarter hiding in your collection, you'll want to look for a few key features. Mint marks. Check if it's a Denver D or Philadelphia P mint. Some coins from one of these mints might be rarer than the other. Condition. The cleaner and less worn your quarter is, the more valuable it could be. Errors. Look for misprints, doubling, off-center strikes, and other distinctive anomalies that could increase its value. Visual. Quick shots of coin grading guides, magnifying glasses, and a professional coin appraiser inspecting a 1978 quarter.So. Is your 1978 quarter hiding a fortune? Only time and careful inspection will tell. If you're lucky enough to have a rare specimen, it could be worth far more than you ever thought possible. As with all valuable coins, make sure to consult with a professional appraiser or numismatic expert to determine the exact value. Whether it's worth a few bucks or a whopping $10 million, it could just be the treasure you've been looking for. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on valuable coins and numismatic wonders. Keep hunting for those treasures. You never know what might be in your pocket.